Hi there, Lesterfield's here. I arrive at the Overseer's home to tell her I've successfully delivered the inoculation to the settlers and the raiders. She is once again sitting in her living room, and I approach her.
Is it done? Do they have the inoculation? What a relief, huh? We'll get shipments up and running in case that first batch wasn't enough. Look, I know you're doing more than your fair share of the work. Don't think I didn't notice. Thank you. Now that one crisis is over, it's time we start working on that mystery in the mountains. Have you heard the latest? A few other people from 76 made the trek into the mountains to find this treasure we keep hearing about. It's a vault. Vault 79. Sealed tight, with no obvious way in. The rumor mill about what's inside is running wild. We don't have a way in, but I think I have a plan to at least find out what's inside. Every student who graduates Vault-Tec University has a story about the restricted wing, where all the higher-ups would have their meetings. And not just stuffy professors and their Mr. Handy assistants. I mean sit-downs with government officials, the military. Right. Anyway, I'll meet you there.
It looks like we're not done here. The rumored treasure of Appalachia is inside this Vault 79, and the Overseer and I have to find a way in. There may be some information on Vault 79 in the restricted wing of Vault-Tec University in Morgantown. I take off and make my way to the hallowed halls themselves.
Protect and serve.
Upon entering, I find the campus security to be a little hostile.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think the students...
Matter what you may
No matter, I find the Overseer in the office of Professor Bott.
here. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours.
Glad you're here. Maybe the two of us together can talk some sense into this machine.
The Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. I was programmed to run this university in the event of the Dean's absence. He is absent, therefore I am running it. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Vault-Tec University credentials. faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me. There is one thing I need. A new graduating class. Unfortunately, your overseer has already passed the final exam, but you could take it.
You mean the vault simulation? That's ridiculous. All the professors are gone. The vaults have already been assigned.
My programming dictates that this university's purpose is to produce graduates, and I intend to follow the rules. Unlike some people, the simulation will be run by the Mr. Handy janitorial staff. It is an experimental protocol, but you will find they are more than up to the task. Producing quality graduates is the very foundation of my purpose. A purpose that has gone unfulfilled for far too long. You will be given a scenario that you need to accomplish in the vault simulation area. The Handies will play as the residents you need to oversee. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own. A vault simulation run by robots. Be prepared for anything.
Back in school for mere moments, and already I have to take a test. I head on down to the university's replica vault, where a simulation is already being run with the Mr. Handy janitorial staff taking the place of the vault residents. I report to my chief of security for the lowdown on what's going on.
You the new overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow. I don't quite know how to respond to that. Getting back to it, there was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads. That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye. I don't know, Overseer. There's no proof the head engineer did anything nefarious, but there's no proof he didn't do it either. It'll be up to you to sort out this mess. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. That's good to hear, Overseer. I'll be here if you need me.
So there's a bit of a situation down here, and a split between the engineers and the medical staff that I have to resolve. I head on down into the vault proper, and to the medical wing. Here I find Dr. Loris.
Ah, Overseer. I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly. Oh no, there's a full medical staff. They're bandying about somewhere, as usual. I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me. I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester. Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum. Of course, it's your decision, Overseer. I'm only trying to help.
What the good doctor suggests, well, I'll think about it. In the meantime, I go find Brass in engineering.
Working hard, Overseer.
Overseer, huh? We'll see. Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer. Did they tell you how me and my crew scoured every inch of this vault looking for her? Yeah, that's right. Every loose access panel and every vent. You think I wanted anyone else to die? The only one here that cold-blooded is Dr. Loris. He proved that with Kellerman. Couldn't, could we? Only Loris and his staff have access once an area is quarantined. No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine. Huh. Fine. When you're ready to step up and be the Overseer, you let me know.
What the engineer suggests, I'll think about that too. But I've hit upon something with the doctor's assistant being missing. Brass couldn't search the quarantined area because he didn't have access. But I do. One picked lock later, and I'm inside the reactor, and there, amid the radiation, I find the bodies of both Kellerman and someone named Estella. Now, Estella has a holotape on her that I'm very eager to listen to.
This is Estella, Dr. Loris's assistant. I snuck into the reactor to help Kellerman, but there's not enough time. The reactor is going to go critical. I'm dosing Kellerman with enough right away so he can finish fixing it. But the radiation is going to get us. At least the vault will be safe.
And now that it's clear what happened to Dr. Loris's assistant, I return to my security chief.
Did you have a question, Overseer? You found her? Poor lass. I'm guessing she didn't make it. Let's take a listen then. So she wasn't murdered. She was trying to save Kellerman. Two of them ended up saving us all. This is big news, Overseer. We take this to Brass and Loris, it could end the infighting for good. At once, Overseer! Everyone gather in the common area. We have an important announcement from the Overseer.
I follow the chief to the common area.
What's this about, Robinson? I have charts to update.
Maybe the Overseers finally decided to throw your murderous backside in jail.
That's enough! The Overseer has discovered what happened to Estella. This holotape proves she went into the quarantined reactor area on her own. She and Kellerman saved the vault.
They work together? Medical and engineering?
Oh, we've been fools, Brass. Bickering like two old men while the young ran off to solve our problems. It should have been us.
I actually agree with you there.
So that's it then? No more arguing? You'll both work under the Overseer's authority?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
Good job. That's a solution any overseer should be proud for getting to. Everyone learns we have to work together. Looks like it's back to Professor Bott.
And with the issue in the vault behind me, I make my way back up to Professor Bott's office.
Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you. Everyone is a critic. You are lucky. This university does not have a disciplinary program. For being a smart ass, you are now an official graduate of Voltech University, entitled to access to the restricted wing. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes, Overseer, I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Actually, I am. Afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
And now, as a Vault-Tec University graduate, I have access to the restricted wing. I just need to get back down to the test vault.
This is it. Somewhere past this maintenance area is the restricted wing.
I go through a maintenance door and down into an area filled with security bots. The Overseer and I plow through the campus security remnants and into the restricted wing itself.
Here, this has to be it. Let's see what they left behind. Keep an eye out.
At the back of the wing, I find a projector and hit play.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion power generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves. Not as much today, but that's just it. Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Exactly. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws, a government. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future. Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents. Do me a favor, talk to both of them. I doubt they'll work together, but we'll want all the options on the table.
There's gold in them thar hills. And so now I need to talk to both the settlers and the raiders about help getting into Vault 79. I'll visit both groups next time. Stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers, and until next time, thanks so much for watching.